welcome back. It's good to have you back on campus. And you may be wondering why I have Mardi Gras beads out for this Monday morning meditation, but it's the Feast of Epiphany, which officially sort of marks the start of Mardi Gras celebrations that in New Orleans and other areas of the world actually go on for almost a good solid month and a half before the party really kicks off right before Ash Wednesday. So one of the really cool things about Mardi Gras traditions, I know this cross is actually from New Orleans. I did a lot of recovery work there after Hurricane Katrina. This is a cross from a house that we gutted there and that we salvaged. But one of the cool things is after the Feast of the Epiphany, there's something called a king cake. And you can only get them between Epiphany and Ash Wednesday. And it's basically kind of like a big sort of breakfast Danish. And you get it, and you eat it with a bunch of friends, and you slice it up, and somewhere hidden in the cake is a tiny plastic baby. That's right, a tiny plastic baby. And the thing is, if you get the baby, you then have to buy the next king cake for everyone. Now, normally this kind of sounds like a raw deal. The first time I heard about this tradition, I was like, that's stupid. Why would you want to eat it then? But how it usually shakes out is over the course of a typical Mardi Gras season, yeah, you'll usually almost always end up having to buy the baby. But what happens is other people will get it too, and so pretty soon it becomes about, getting people together, enjoying their company, and kind of paying it forward. And I think that tradition is actually a really great way to look at our readings. We have the Magi, these wise men from foreign lands who sort of went out on a limb, on a journey. They didn't know what they would find. And it's in those cases in our lives when something as simple as eating a slice of cake can have an unexpected outcome. These men knew that something important was going to happen, and if they followed that star, that they would meet a great king. What they didn't realize is that the king that they would meet, one, would be an infant, so completely different from what they expected, and two, would be a ruler in a very different way. And I think just as we can be invited into being surprised at God's graces. It's the start of the new year, so it's time to think about new beginnings and new starts. The Feast of the Epiphany and the wise men bearing gifts, and even things like getting small plastic babies and cakes, can be invitations to watch for where God is inviting us to be surprised by something. Where in your life does something seem like it's a chore when in reality it's a possibility of grace? So think about that, and if you can, buy me a king cake.